What is up, YouTube? What is going on, Instagram? How art thou? Welcome to the next episode on Sterling on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with an S. I shall spell Cinemas with an S. Today, I'll be giving you my review on Disney Pixar's Onward as part of the Disney Pixar playlist that I am almost caught up with, and I will be caught up with in next week with Soul. But anyway, if you are new to this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the section below if you have anything to say about the film whatsoever, and most importantly, watch and click that bell to keep up to date with all things SOS. And if you're watching this on the gram, don't forget to follow me if you happen to stumble upon this page, or if you're new and like it. If you like it, comment if you have anything good to say about the movie, and share it on your story with your friends and family and brothers so that we can all move onward on this journey with Sterling on Cinemas. Pixar's adventure fantasy flick tells the story of two teenage elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, who embark on a magical quest to spend one more day with their late father. Like any good adventure, their journey is filled with cryptic maps, impossible obstacles, and unimaginable discoveries. But when dear mom finds out her sons are missing, she teams up with the legendary manticore voiced by the very known Octavia Spencer to bring her beloved boys back home. Now, for one, Pixar's adaptation of the mystical world is a very genius concept on an already well-praised and notorious piece of fiction. Like, when you think of the fantastical world, you think of the magic stuff like wizards and witches and spells and goblins and elves. And it usually takes place in the Middle Ages on Middle Earth or in the medieval times. But the adventures in this movie that Ian and Barley must embark on if they want to see their father again really works for both of them, because it also gives Ian a chance to finally see the one person in his life that had passed before he was born. And it also gives Barley, who was a huge fan of the whole concept with having an adventure, especially when it involves monsters and magic. Directed by Dan Scanlon, who did Monsters University, which also had a similar up and down brotherly dynamic with the two leading characters, is definitely one of the most heartfelt stories to ever come from Pixar, and includes one of the most creative fantasy flicks to come out of Disney. Now, you know what? We all know this since the beginning of time, since the inception of the Walt Disney brand. Magic is Walt Disney's gimmick. Like, he has always been about bringing the magic into his stories. And this right here, this is it. This is just another magical tale out of the whole Disney library. I mean, every Disney movie that has ever came out, like from every single branch, is not magical, but you know, like ever since the older days, it has always had magic involved, and this part just made it easy to make this movie. But just like every other Pixar production, it has taken imagination, thought, and just a little bit of what if. Like, what if the fantasy world had a modern twist to it? Like, what if we had centaurs driving cars? What if we had unicorns in the alleyways? What if we had mermaids in their pools in the suburbs? Like, what if we had planes? What if we had sprites riding motorcycles? You know, that's basically what you see here. But the way they designed the settings in Onward is somewhat reminiscent of the way they crafted some of the landscapes in Zootopia, which is nothing you've seen before, by adding a modern makeover to it. Also, the Pixar franchise has always managed to make family one of its core values, and Onward is no exception. Aside from trying to spend a whole day with their father, Ian and Barley get a chance to spend some quality time with each other to build a strong and dense brotherhood. Now, I guess I could compare Ian and Barley's strong, inseparable bond as brothers to Anna and Elsa, and how their sisterhood is just as stable and dense as the ice that comes out of Elsa's hands. I mean, you know, some things in life, you just can't let it go. Now, it is only rare that Pixar movies have a similar, smaller than average cast, like The Good Dinosaur or WALL-E cast, like voice cast, prominent voice members of that movie. But everybody does a great job of contributing enthusiasm and emotion to their characters, especially Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. You know, The last time these two were on screen together were in Infinity War and Endgame, of course. But did you really think that Disney was going to stop using them there? No. Because, Gabriel Iglesias once said, once you start working for Disney, everybody wants you. You suddenly get, well, they'll bring you back, but other studios will want you. But yes, Disney brought them back. Again, just like a whole lot of actors that they've worked with. But the thing I like about Ian Lightfoot is that, just like Peter Parker, the way Tom Holland portrays Peter Parker, he really made him relatable to a lot of teens, whether it's everyday challenges like school or having a hard time trying to put up with your siblings. Chris Pratt, however, includes some of his trademark charisma to the role of Barley Lightfoot, with him really feeling excited about both seeing his father again and going on a real adventure. The voice casting for a leading role or roles is always perfect when it is a pair that you have seen on screen together before that easily play off of each other, and if the characters have those looks or personalities. Like Ian Lightfoot has Peter Parker written all over him, and Barley Lightfoot is a likable character played by an even more likable actor. But this is not a big surprise, but this is the second time that we see Julia Louis-Dreyfus, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. In a Pixar movie. This is the first time we've seen her in a Pixar movie since A Bug's Life, who played Flick's love interest, Queen Ada. Rotten Tomatoes is certified fresh with this movie at 88% score. Now, as far as Pixar movies go, Onward falls more on the bittersweet end of the spectrum. It has relatable characters, a great depiction of brotherly love, and an awesome adventure. And I really like that ending. Like it's like every Pixar movie, it's got one of those breakthrough moments, like those revelational moments to the protagonist, where the thing you've been searching for your whole life has always been there. Like Ian has been craving to be with his father and spend time with his father. But everything that he had planned to do with his father, he had did with his brother every step of the way. That's why I know, not to say that it doesn't have great action sequences in it, because it does, but Onward falls more on the bittersweet side of the spectrum based off of what drives the story and where it goes, where we see it end up. And we see it end up in a very satisfying but unexpected way possible. Like Ian, the one just glamoring about wanting to see his father, decided to hand it over to Barley because Ian had already had somebody to look up to, even if it wasn't his father. He had somebody he was able to play catch with or talk to or laugh with and have moments with. And that was his brother, his brother Barley, his older brother who drives Guinevere. But that is my review on Onward. Y'all can let me know what y'all think of this in the comments below. Like, as one of the most recent Pixar films, like the second most recent, do you like it or do you not like it? And would you consider it one of your top 10s in all of the 22 out of all of the 23 Pixar movies that have come out? But that is my review on Onward. Y'all can let me know what y'all think of it in the comments below. And I'll see y'all tomorrow with Way Back Wednesday. Peace out.